So before I start the class today, let me ask a simple question to all of you. In Salesforce, are how many ways or how many modes we can develop the application? Can we develop the application? In Salesforce. My question is very simple, very clear, guys. Rajesh, Ranjan, Sandeep,
Yes,
everyone. How many ways we can develop the application Salesforce? How many modes? In how many environments?
standard mode, lightning mode.
Very good, Ranjan. What is the first one here? Standard mode. That is called classic mode. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Rajesh, are you there? Everyone listen carefully. In two modes, we can develop the application. Understand, Anand? Anand Mishra, you're also my old student, na? Anand, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay. Where is Rajesh? Okay. In two modes, we can develop the application, guys. What is the first one here? Guys, don't draw any lines, guys. Don't draw any lines. So I just started the session. All of you listen carefully and try to understand what I'm asking here. My question is how many ways or how many modes we can develop the application in Salesforce. Ranjan told that we can develop the application in Salesforce in two modes. What is the first mode here, guys? Come on. Classic mode. Second one is what here? Lightning mode. So what is the difference between classic mode and lightning mode here? Classic mode is an old style of developing the application, and whereas lightning mode is a new style of developing the application. This is the general difference. This is the general difference. Understand, Ranjan and Sandeep?
Yes, sir.
But technically, what is the difference between classic mode and lightning mode? Technically, what is the difference between classic mode and lightning mode? Technically, classic mode follows MVC architecture. Technically, classic mode follows what? MVC architecture. Whereas lightning mode follows SPA architecture. Does anyone know what is SPA stands for? Ranjan, Alok, Pratika, Ashok, any one of you? Sandeep, Rajesh. Everybody please unmute and talk with me. No problem at all. Okay? Guys, feel free in the class. Lightning mode follows what? Single phase architecture. Classic mode follows what? MVC architecture. What does MVC stands for here? MVC stands for Model View Controller. Whereas lightning mode follows SPA architecture. SPA stands for single page architecture. Single page architecture. 1 minute, guys, please wait. Let us continue, guys. Sorry, it's an important call for me. Yes, yes, PV. Who is PV here? Who is PV? Pratika?
Yeah, I am only. This is LWC weekend
Yeah,
batch
this is
only.
LWC weekend batch, Pratika.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I hope everyone have the knowledge on Salesforce already, Visual Force and all. Guys, everybody please unmute and talk with me. Before I proceed, let me confirm this. Anand Mishra, Pratika, Ashok Muparaju. Please, everybody unmute and talk with me. Don't chat with me, guys. Don't chat with me.
Is there any prerequisite for this LWC?
So, do you have the programming Apex language?
No, sir.
Who is speaking?
Anand.
Anand, you're already attended my demo session for the Salesforce, right?
Yeah, I'm attending, sir, but it's like parallel. It's not complete.
Anand Mishra, you have some programming language, Apex language knowledge to understand this LWC, like JavaScript and everything.
Okay, sir, got it.
Okay, because you are completely came from different background. I know you are attending Salesforce demo session 2 days back, right?
Yes, sir, I'm attending. So
Morning 8
it will
o'clock.
be learning parallelly.
Okay, no issues, your wish, no problem. But I will make you understand the class, okay? No issues.
Yes, sir.
Pratika, what about you? Pratika, unmute and talk with
Yes,
me.
yes, I have the knowledge, but I have to join that batch also. It's already started, right? Salesforce CRM.
Salesforce CRM started at 7 o'clock recently.
Yeah. Like,
They just completed the configuration part. Maybe Monday onwards, I'm going to start development.
okay, configuration part completed. They will provide the recording videos, right?
Yeah, they will
If they
provide the
want.
recording videos. Monday
Okay.
onwards, I'm going to start development morning 7 o'clock.
Configuration, how many classes got over?
Almost 1 week to 10 days max.
Complete, 10 days completed. Okay.
10 days completed. But recordings are available, Pratika.
Okay, I'll talk to
Okay.
admin then.
Yeah, talk to management.
Thank you.
Monday onwards, I'm going to start development part.
Okay.
And Ashok can hear me. Ashok Muparaju. Ashok, please unmute and talk with me. Ashok, am I audible? Let me confirm, guys, before I proceed the class today. Because before entering to LWC, everybody have some knowledge on Apex. Little bit knowledge. Ashok can hear me. Arey Baba.
Sir, excuse me, sir, I'm Rajesh here. So,
Yeah,
other
Rajesh,
requirements
Rajesh.
for the learning LWC
Sorry, what Rajesh?
requirements is there, sir?
Your voice is
Learning
breaking,
LWC.
Rajesh. Your voice is breaking. Prince Kumar, can you hear me? Prince, am I audible?
Sir, for learning LWC.
Rajesh, your voice is completely breaking. You please type in the chat window. Prince
Yes, sir.
Kumar, can you hear me? Prince,
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
I
Yes,
think
sir.
you're
I
my
can
old
hear you.
student, right?
Hello.
You're my old student.
Yes, sir.
I think you attended my sessions previously, right? Prince Kumar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which batch?
I think it's 7 to 8 batch.
Okay. I type in the chat window, Rajesh. Okay, guys, let us start the session. Guys, can hear me? Am I audible, all of you? Pratika?
This is how many hours class?
3 hours class.
Oh,
Today 3 hours, tomorrow also 3 hours.
okay.
Generally, I'm taking 1 hour class every day from Monday to Saturday. So Monday to Saturday, every day is 1 hour means weekly 6 hours. Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
that 6 hours I'm going to cover in weekends only because some working people are there. Okay. For them, only weekends are flexible. That is the reason they requested me to start only weekends. So that is the reason I'm taking 3 hours class each day. Saturday 3 hours, Sunday 3 hours, 6 hours. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Pratika.
Yeah,
But
thank you.
so let me start. Let me continue, guys. I don't want to interrupt in the middle. There are two modes we can develop the application in Salesforce. One is classic mode and the other one is what? Lightning mode. Classic mode is the old style of developing the application. Ranjan follows. Sandeep. And lightning follows what? New style of developing the application. But technically, the difference between classic mode and lightning mode is classic mode follows MVC architecture. MVC stands for model view controller. And lightning mode follows SPA architecture. What is SPA stands for? Single base architecture or single base application. Okay. So in short, we can call it as what? SPA. So there is some difference between MVC architecture and single base architecture, single base application. But before I proceed this, one simple question I'm asking all of you. If we have classic mode, it follows MVC architecture. Why the developers are developing single phase application architecture? If the developers developing some new technology, definitely the current technology have some limitations. Definitely the current technology have some problems. That is why the developers are developing what? Are inventing the new things. Yes or no? Now I am going to discuss, in today's class, I am going to discuss about what are the drawbacks of MVC architecture, what are the drawbacks of classic mode, and how these drawbacks will overcome by lightning single phase architecture. That is a point I'm going to discuss next half an hour. Understand, Ranjan, Sandeep, Pratika, Rajesh, all of you in the class.
Yes, sir.
So next half an hour, what we are going to discuss, guys, what are the drawbacks of MVC architecture and how those drawbacks single phase application is overcome. That is a point I'm going to discuss next half an hour. First, let me discuss about MVC architecture. What does MVC stands for? Model View Controller. I can say it is a three-tier architecture. Why it can be called as three-tier architecture? Because it contains three layers.
It is view, controller, and model.
Yes, because it contains 3 layers. It contains 3 layers. The first layer can be called as view. The middle layer can be called as controller. And the last layer can be called as model. This view layer can be called as presentation layer. The controller can be called as business logic layer. And model can be called as database layer. Understand, everyone in the class? End user always sits.
Yes.
End user always sits in front of the view. This view can also be called as UI. UI stands for user interface, or can also be called as a front-end screen. Understand, Pratika, Rajesh?
Yes, sir.
Sandeep, everyone. So end user always sits in front of the view. Through view, end user is going to perform the operations. And whatever operations end user performs through view, these operations finally affected on what? Database layer. That is model. Here model is nothing but S object. Yes or no? What is S object stands for? Salesforce object. It is nothing but a database table where we can store the information permanently in the form of rows and columns. That everybody knows. Yes or no? Pratika, Rajesh, all of you. Ranjan,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
all of you. Okay. Whatever operations end user performs on view, these operations finally affected on what? S object. But end user performs what kind of operations? This is my question here. Is anyone can tell the answer, please? End user performs what kind of operations? End user
CRUD
basically performs CRUD operations, guys. What operations, Pratika? What is it? CRUD operation.
Create, read, update,
Yeah.
delete.
What is CRUD stands for here, Rajesh? CRUD stands
Create, read, update, and delete, sir.
Yes, exactly. Create, read, update, and what? Delete. These are the operations are performed by end user. Whatever operations he performed through user interface or view, and these operations are finally affected on model. Now Rajesh got a doubt here. What is Rajesh's doubt is, sir, could you please give me some examples about these operations in real time? Any real life example, any real time example. Okay, you said that end user performs CRUD operations. Could you please give me any example? What is create operation? What is read operation? What is update operation? What is delete operation? Real time example I want to see. Could you please explain me? Could you please show me like this? I am going to explain a very simple, understandable example. Listen carefully, all of you. Try to understand what I am going to explain. If anyone not understand, please ask me. Don't hesitate. Understand, Rajesh, Pratika, sir, everyone? Good. Let us assume I have HDFC Bank account. Which bank? HDFC Bank. I want to deposit or maybe I want to withdraw some amount. Suppose I am going to the ATM counter. I want to withdraw some amount, maybe 5,000 rupees. In my account already 50,000 is there. Out of 50,000, I want to withdraw how much here? 5,000. I went to the ATM counter. I'm standing in front of the ATM counter. I entered my PIN number and selected the language. All the options selected, and finally I withdraw 5,000 rupees. If I withdraw 5,000 rupees, then 50,000, okay, changes as how much? 45,000, right? Now tell me, if I withdraw 5,000 rupees from my account as a end user, as a customer of the bank, which operation I performed among these four? Is anyone can tell? Rajesh, Pratika, Prince, Kumar? Guys, speak out.
Update,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, this belongs to what? Which operation here? Update.
Update. Update.
Yes or no? Good. Update operation. Fine. If I deposit some amount, maybe 5,000 rupees are deposited, then balance becomes 55,000, right? Then it is also belongs to which operation here?
Update.
Update operation.
Update.
Good. Guys, I'm going to America. I'm going to USA permanently. So I want to cancel my account in HDFC Bank. I given the request letter to the manager. Sir, I'm going to USA permanently. Please cancel the account in your bank. The concerned bank, excuse me, someone need to mute, please. I'm getting some noise. Excuse me. Thank you. Listen carefully, all of you. Okay. I given the request letter to the manager. Sir, please cancel the account because I'm going to USA permanently. The concerned person in the bank is going to cancel the account. Now tell me, The bank employee cancel the account. Which operation here? Cancel means
Delete
Delete
operation.
option, sir.
delete operation. Very good. Okay, fine. I want to check, excuse me, someone need to mute, please. I'm getting some noise. Thank you. I want to check my balance after deposit the amount. I want to check my balance after deposit the amount. Tell me, this is belongs to which operation among these two?
Update, sir.
Checking the balance.
Yes, sir.
That is what?
Say, read.
Sir, no, I check the balance. How much balance in my account right now? That is read operation. I want to open a new account. I want to open a new account in the bank.
Create, sir.
Which operation?
Create operation.
Create operation. Everyone in the classroom, try to understand what I am speaking here. If I deposit or withdraw, it belongs to what operation, Rajesh? Update. If I cancel the account, delete. If I check the balance, read. If I am going to create a new account in the bank, create. So these are the operations performed by whom here? End user. Through what? Through view. Am I clear this point, all of you? Whatever operations he performed on the view, this operations finally affected on what? Model. That is on S object. Am I clear? Everyone in the class? Pratika, Prince Kumar,
Yes.
Rajesh,
Yes, sir.
Sandeep Chaurasia, everyone in the class. Ranjan,
Yes, sir.
good. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Let me ask a simple question here. But what is the job of controller here? What is the role of controller? Role of controller, it contains the actual business logic. What is the job of controller here? Listen carefully and try to understand this point. Before I want to perform all these operations, either deposit or withdraw or check my balance, before I perform all these operations, first of all, as end user, I need to enter my PIN number. Yes or no? 4-digit PIN number. If I enter the correct PIN number, then only I can perform all these operations or not. Tell me, who will check whether the PIN number is correct or wrong? Rajesh, Pratika, Prince, who will check
Sir,
whether
the
my PIN
server,
number
sir.
is correct or wrong?
Server, sir.
Controller will check. All of you understand, whatever PIN number you entered from the view, this PIN number goes to controller. In the controller, we need to write the business logic. Okay, that logic is what? If condition. Whatever PIN number you entered here, that PIN number, and at the time of creating the account, whatever PIN number you entered, that PIN number, if both are equal, then only we can enter, then we can perform the operations. If you enter the wrong PIN number, then it throw what? Then it throws, come on, what is this? Error.
Error.
So it is all happening in where? Controller. Understand, Rajesh? Come on, everyone here.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good. Fine, guys. Now, you already know about Salesforce. You already have some knowledge on Salesforce. Let me ask you a simple question. What things are comes under model part? What things are comes under controller part? And what things are comes under view part? As far as Salesforce point of view is concerned, I'm talking. Come on, Ranjan, Sandeep, Prince, Pratika, Rajesh, everyone in the classroom. With respect to Salesforce, what are the part, which part comes under model part? Or which topics are comes under the model part? Ranjan, could you please tell me? What are the topics that comes under the model part? Or any one of you?
The relationship.
Ah, very good. Not only relationship. Before relationship, what is this?
Schema.
Schema. Very good. Excellent answer. What is this? Model contains two parts. The first part is called what? Schema part. Second part can be called as instance, right? The schema part contains what, Rajesh? Schema part contains apps, tabs,
As
Oh,
subject, fields,
objects.
relationship.
Very good. Fields. That is also important, na?
Yes, sir.
Then
Validations rule.
how many relationships?
Lookup, self, and master.
Self,
And many to many.
very good. Lookup relationship, master detail. Come on. Many to many.
One too many, sir. One too many.
Roll-up summary and hierarchical relationship. Yes or no? After that, we discussed about the validation rules. Yes or no? Field dependency. After that, page layouts, record types, cross-object formula fields. Rajesh, I hope you know about all these topics.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Global pick list, track field history. So these are the topics are comes under what here? Schema. Understand everyone in the class? Pratika? All
Yes, sir.
these topics,
Yes.
Pratika, all these topics we are going to discuss in configuration part.
Configuration. Yes, yes. Mhm.
So instance contains what? Instance contains data and records. Okay, that's it. All this comes under model part. And what comes under controller part? Anyone can explain, please? Controller part is nothing but business logic. That business logic we can develop by using a programming language called what? Apex programming language. Am I correct or not? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
In Apex programming language, you people need to understand about OOPS concept, exception handling, annotations, collections, assertions, database concepts like SOQL, SOSL, SOQL, and SOSL, controllers, standard controller, custom controller, standard list controller, custom list controller, extension controllers, interfaces topic, batch apex, schedule apex, triggers, integration, all these comes under what here? Come on, guys. Controller part. Yes or no, all of you? Rajesh, Sandeep,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Prince Kumar, everyone in the class. Controller part is somewhat bigger topic, guys. Only controller Apex programming language. Okay. Almost more than 45 days we will discuss. Understand all of you? And coming to view part. Okay. User interface. Tell me, Ranjan, how we can develop the user interface view part using which language? Come on.
Visual Force.
Very good. What is this? Visual Force language. Visual Force is a markup language. Visual Force is a markup language. Using this language, we can develop the, what is this? Come on. Static user interfaces. Understand, Pratika? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Alok Singh? Good, good. Okay, fine, guys. So these are the topics we already discussed, okay, in the entire normal Salesforce training. Good, fine. So it's a 3-tier architecture. It's a common phenomena. Almost all every technology follows MVC architecture. Not only Salesforce, guys. Even Java follows MVC architecture. Even Java follows MVC architecture. .NET also follows MVC architecture. Python also follows the same thing. Almost all every technology follows a MVC architecture. Okay. So that is all about MVC. And with respect to MVC, what we have, everything we discussed so far. Next point. What is the next point here is working model of MVC. How MVC works. Working model of MVC. How MVC works. Listen carefully. This point is very important. Very important, guys. Very important. So here, as I said, user always sits in front of the view. Thus view connected to controller. And then controller connected to what? Model. And also From the model, end user is going to fetch the data. This data coming from model it goes to controller, and then controller to what? Data displayed on the view. So it's a bidirectional operator, guys. Data flows towards right side from view to model. Same way, data flows towards what? Left side from right to left. It's a bidirection. Towards right side, towards left side. All of you understand, guys? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Thank you. So, not only Salesforce, guys, almost all every technology follows the same thing. Clear, all of you guys? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Very good, very good. Guys, look at this. As I said, Java people, okay? This is a view part. Listen to the class very carefully, guys. This point is very important. Model. Java students, sir, Java people, view part they developed by using JSP. Is anyone know what JSP stands for?
Java server
Server
pages.
pages. In the controller part, they are using Java language. In the model part, they are using either Oracle database or MySQL database. Like the .NET people, view part they can develop by using ASP, active server pages. Controller part, they are using C# programming language. That is also just like Java language, object-oriented language. And a model part, they're using which database? SQL Server. Why .NET projects, they're using SQL Server database backend? Because SQL Server database developed by Microsoft company, and a .NET C# programming language also developed by .NET. ASP is also developed by Microsoft. So all are comes under same family. ASP, C# and SQL Server, all are developed by Microsoft vendor company. That is why the compatibility between the front end and the back end is more flexible. Understand, all of you? That is why most of the .NET projects they are using backend database SQL Server. Okay. Like that, coming to Salesforce SF, view part we can develop by using Visual Force markup language. Controller part, business logic, you can develop by using Apex language. In the model part, generally they are using what? S object only. Understand, Pratika, Rajesh, Prince Kumar, all of you in the class? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's a common phenomena. Not only Java, not only .NET, not only Salesforce. Almost every technology follows the same thing. Only the front end, controller part, model is going to change. But concept is same. Architecture is same. But how it works? It always works. It always runs. This architecture always runs on the concept of request and response model. What is this? Request and response. Request and response model. Here, client always passing the request, and this request goes to the server, and server takes the request and process the request and gives what? Come on, guys. A response to the client. Do you understand this point clearly? Try to understand this. Client always passing what? Request to the server, and server takes the request, process the request, and gives what? Response to the client. Am I clear, all of you? Rajesh, Pratika, Prince Kumar, Ranjan,
Yes, sir.
everyone? Okay. For your better understanding, I'm giving a simple example. Listen carefully. Suppose I am going to the hotel. One server came to me. He is asking, sir, what do you want? I ordered one plate idli. Then he go to the kitchen room. bring one plate idli and give it to me. According to hotel point of view, who am I? Come on, yes. I'm the customer. Customer requested one plate idli. Yes or no? Come on, guys. And this request taken by whom here? Server. Server go to the kitchen, bring one plate idli and give it to whom here? Customer.
Customer.
Yes or no? Bring one plate idli and give it to the customer. Okay, that is called what? Response. This response given by or serving by whom here? Server. All of you understand? So here customer technically called as what? A client. So here also client always passing the request to the server and server takes the request, process the request and gives response to the client. Everything clear now? Now this client technically called as browser. What is this? Browser. We have so many browsers, guys. Hello. We have Internet Explorer, we have Mozilla, we have Firefox. These are all browsers, yes or no? Through browser only, end user is going to interact. Through browser only, end user is going to pass some request. And this request goes to where? Server. Server takes the request, process the request, and gives the response to the browser. So in front of the browser, the end user is going to sit. Understand the point here? Okay, fine. But here the point is, when the request goes to the server, the request goes in the form of data. And this data gets processed at the server side and new data gets generated, and in turn, the new data loaded into a page. And that URL sent back to the client as a request, as a response. I think you do not understand what I am speaking here, guys. Everything I'm going to write on the notes so that you can clearly understand what I am speaking here. See, when request, this point is very important, guys. Listen to the class very carefully. When request goes to the server, this request goes in the form of data. And this data gets processed at server side and new data gets generated, and in turn, new data loaded into a page, okay, in the form of URL, and this URL sent back to the client as a, what is this? Response. I'm giving 1 minute time to all of you. This point, whatever I explained before, this point I written in the paragraph. This paragraph, please try to understand, everyone. When request goes to the server, request goes from client to where? Server. This request goes in the form of what? Data. Look at this. Client passing what? Request. This request goes to the server in the form of what? Data. I can say this data can be called as old data. What is this? Old data. This request goes in the form of data, and this data gets processed at where? At the server side. And this data goes to where? Come on, server. It takes old data. Based on the old data, okay, operations will perform. After performing the operation on the old data, Which data is going to generate? New data generated. Whatever new data generated by server, this new data should load it into where again? Client. Yes or no? As a response. But here there is a small point. Try to understand. Server, new data gets generated, and in turn new data loaded into a page in the form of what? What is this? Come on. The form of URL. What is the meaning of URL, guys? What does URL stands for? Uniform Resource Locator. Yes or no? Hello.
Yes.
URL means address of the, come on, address of the page. So in the form of URL, and this URL means entire page is sent back to the client as what? As a response. So this is the point here, guys. This is the point. Client receives what? Response in the form of what? Come on.
New data. URL.
URL. That new data loaded into the page. That page goes in the form of URL. Means the entire page. Okay. Goes to the client from the server as a response. So according to this explanation, what you understand is in MVC architecture, client always getting the response from the server in the form of what? URL. Am I clear this point, everyone in the class? Hello? Alok, Ashok, Pratika, Prince
Yes, sir.
Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Rajesh, everyone in the class, please. Everyone under the class. Rajesh, understand? Sandeep, understand?
Yes, sir.
Tell me for my
Yes, sir.
satisfaction.
Yes,
For
sir.
my satisfaction, please tell me. Client passing the request to the server in the form of what? Tell me, everyone.
Old data.
Old data. That the old data goes to where? Server.
Server.
And server performs the operations on the old data and new data gets generated. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And that new data coming back to whom? Coming
Client.
back to in the form of what?
URL.
URL.
In the
means-
URL.
URL means what?
Okay.
The entire page. URL means what? The
Right.
complete page getting back to client in the form of response given by server. Is this clear, all of you? So according to this explanation, what you understand is, in case of MVC architecture, client always getting the response in the form of URL. Means every time, it means every time the entire page is reloaded. Or I can say the entire page is what? Refresh. Understand the point, everyone in the class? Hello? Every time the entire page is reloaded or refreshed. I think some people know about Visual Force here. Yes or no? Come on, guys.
Yes. Yes, sir.
In Visual Force, you people know about a custom controller, right?
Yes.
Rajesh?
Yes, sir.
Ranjan, Sandeep, you people know about custom controllers. We discussed already, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will show you an example in custom controller. Listen carefully. Let me log in. Alok, what is your batch number? My batch 6, right?
Yes.
Yes or no? ABCD 1, 2, 3, 4. This point is very important, guys. Okay, let me open arithmetic page. Look at the page, all of you here. How many boxes I am placing on the Visual Force page form? Hello? Three
Three
boxes. First number, second number, and result. Okay, Rajesh?
Yes,
And
sir.
how many buttons say placed? 5 buttons say placed. Let me enter the first number, 10. Second number, how much? 5. I can say this is old data. This old data I'm passing from my, yes or no, from my browser, yes or no? Point
Yes.
clear.
Yes, sir.
If I click on button, this old data goes
Right.
to where? Server.
server.
At the
Server.
server side, this old data get processed. This old data gets processed. And if I click on
Convert.
add button, the new
New
data
data
gets
will
generated.
be generated.
This is the new
15.
data what I got. Understand, Pratika?
Yeah.
Sir.
So this is the new data, this is the old data. New data gets generated, but the new data displayed in the form, whenever new data displayed in the form, observe carefully, the entire page is refreshed. A blink of an eye, the entire page is getting refreshed. Practically, I'm going to show right now. See here. If I click on submit button, 10 minus 5, the result is 5 here. But the entire page getting refreshed. See here. Page is refreshed or not?
Yes, sir.
See here. Entire page is refreshed here. Point clear. Why the entire page is reloaded every time? Why the entire page is why the entire page is reloaded here? Because, see, this is the Visual Force program, guys. This is the Visual Force program, and this is the controller class program. In the controller class program, in this logic, if you observe carefully, in this logic, if you observe carefully, what is the method here?
Subtraction.
Subtraction method. Before the subtraction method, what is the return type here I written?
Page reference.
Page reference. Yes or no? Before every method I written what? Page reference, page reference, page reference. What is the meaning of page reference? It refers to some other page. It means that the method always returns what? Come on. What is return type here? Page. Every time the page is getting reloaded. Point clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Kartika, I think you don't, no, sorry, Pratika, you don't know about this programming, right?
No, return type is page reference, right? Every time it will render.
Yeah, every time the entire page getting refreshed. Understand, Rajesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the MVC architecture follows this problem because every time the entire page is getting refreshed, guys. All of you understand this point clearly? So according to this point, what you understand is, okay, in the MVC architecture, we are getting the response in the form of what? URL. So every time the entire page is getting refreshed. But this pattern of approach has been changed because the reason is number of users are increasing. Number of users are increasing day by day. Let us take a small example. 10-15 years back, I'm talking. How many people are using IRCTC application to book a train ticket? 15 years back, very few people, yes or no? But nowadays, how many people are using IRCTC application to book a railway reservation ticket? Out of 100 people, 90 people are using IRCTC, yes or no?
Yes, yes, sir.
So it means number of users are increasing or not?
Yes.
Come on, speak out. Like
Yes,
that,
sir.
one more example I'll give you. You people know about Book My Show application. What is the purpose of Book My Show application? We can book the movie ticket
Movie
through online.
tickets.
Yes or no? 10 years back, how many people are using Book My Show application? Very few people. Nowadays, almost everyone using what? Book My Show application only. It means that number of customers are using, number of users are increasing to using the application. If number of people are increasing, if number of people are increasing, if number of users are increasing, if number of clients are increasing, then what happened automatically? It automatically increases the network traffic or not? Come on, guys.
Yes.
It automatically increases what? Network traffic. Network
Traffic.
congestion
Yes, sir.
point increase. Here, network congestion, network traffic means data moving over the internet. data moving over the network. Because we are all internet connected. Yes or no?
Yes,
It's a
sir.
huge network. So over the network, there is a large volume of data. When large volume of data on the network, obviously things go slow down. Yes or no, Rajesh, Pratika?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Slow down at what time? At what side? Slow down at both sides, both client side and as well as what? Server side. All of you understand? Because of the network traffic, client waiting time will increase and also server response time will increase. This is the major problem in MVC architecture. Understand everyone in the class?
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
This is the major problem in MVC architecture. What is the major problem? Okay, over the internet, network traffic is going to increase because number of customers are increasing. If number of customers are increasing, number of requests is also increase. If number of requests increasing, then automatically on the network, traffic will increase. If network traffic will increase, client waiting time, server response time will increase. Why? Because every time the entire page is getting reloaded. Every time the entire page is getting reloaded. This is the major problem in the MVC architecture. Understand everyone here? So classic
Yes, sir.
mode completely follows MVC architecture, guys. Classic mode completely follows MVC architecture. That is why very soon classic is going to retire. Classic environment is going to completely close very soon. Nowadays, everything working on what? Lightning only. Everything developed on Lightning environment. Understand, Ranjan? Sandeep? Okay. So to overcome this problem, they come up with a new concept name is called single page application. In short, we can call it as SPA. Understand all of you? So what is the advantage of SPA? How single page application overcome the drawbacks of MVC architecture? I will continue after 5 minutes, after 10 minutes. Understand all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because it's already 9:11, almost 1 hour has completed, guys. Okay, take 5 minutes break or 10 minutes break and come back. So far we discussed about what, guys? Come on. So far we discussed about the drawbacks of
MVC, sir.
MVC architecture. Understand all of you?
Yes, sir.
Drawbacks, how single page application will overcome SPA application. So next, after break, I'm going to discuss about what is single page application, how single page application, okay, overcome the drawbacks of MVC architecture. I will discuss after completion of the break. Take 10 minutes break and come back. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, so far, whatever points we discussed regarding these points, if anyone have any doubts, you can ask the questions. Ranjan, Ashok, Pratika, Prince Kumar, Rajesh, Sandeep.
I don't have questions.
Clear?
Presently, I don't have.
Okay. Am I going fast? Shall I go in the same pace?
No, is it fine, sir?
Good, fine. Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
So take
Fine,
10
sir.
minutes break and come back. Alok, Pratika, Rajesh, Sandeep, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good. One minute. Does all of you understand? One minute, guys. Is all of you understand, guys? The problem in the drawback of MVC architecture? Pratika, Rajesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this problem we can overcome single phase application. So far we discussed about the drawbacks of MVC architecture. Now I'm going to start with what is SPA, single phase application. So single phase application here also, okay, works on, or it also works on, request and response model, just like MVC. But there is a slight difference between what? MVC and single phase architecture. What is the slight difference? See, it also works on request response model like MVC, but there is a slight difference between MVC and SPA. That is, in case of MVC, what happens? Tell me. In case of MVC, what happens? Tell me. Through browser, end user passing the request. Yes or no? This through browser, end user passing the request. So this request in the form of old data, and it goes to server. At the server side, on old data, operations will perform, and the new data gets generated. Yes or no? And after that, this browser getting the data in the form of, tell me, in the form of what? Is new data directly loaded into browser? Whatever new data generated by server, is new data directly loaded into browser? No. This new data loaded into where? Into a separate page. That is what I written here. New data loaded into a separate page. And that page goes as a response in the form of URL. So this is what? URL loaded. This is what happens in MVC architecture. That everybody knows. Just now we discussed about this. But what is single phase application? Single phase application also works on request and response model only. But there is a difference. What is the difference here? In case of single phase application, end user is also going to pass the request in the form of what? Old data. Through browser. Old data only. This old data goes to server. On old data, operation will perform and automatically new data generated. Yes or no? whatever new data generated by server and this new data directly loaded into browser. This is the difference. So URL is not loaded. What it is loaded here? Come on, guys. Response. New data directly loaded into the page. So this is the difference between single page architecture and MVC architecture. In case of MVC, every time we are getting the response in the form of URL, and in single page application, every time we are getting the data, so we are getting the response in the form of what? New data. Whatever new data generated by server, that new data directly loaded into browser. This is the difference between MVC architecture and single page application. Point clear? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Preeti, you lately joined today?
Yes, sir.
Forgot the time or what?
No, actually, I was trying to join, but I don't know why it was
Okay.
like connecting and
You can take the recording today, okay? First half an hour.
yeah, sure, sir.
Pratika, Rajesh, Prince, all of you understand? Sandeep,
sir.
Anjan, everyone. Good. So, what is the advantage of loading the new data directly to the browser? What is the advantage? Of loading the new data directly to the browser? What happens inside? That's the question I'm asking. The advantage of loading the new data directly to the browser instead of loading the complete page, okay, it loads only the new data page. It loads the new data page means what? Maybe most of the people not understand. For your better understanding, I'm giving a simple example. You people know about crickinfo.com. I hope you know about this site name. Yes or no? Hello? Is
Yes,
anyone hear the site name?
Yes, sir.
Crickinfo.com, Pratika, Rajesh, Preeti?
Yes, sir.
I will show you right now. Crickinfo or crickbuzz.com, whatever it is, no issues. Everything is same. Okay. So there is a match happening between USA and West Indies. Hello, guys. Can hear me?
Yes, sir.
So today also we have a match, India between Bangladesh. Understand everyone? Okay. Let us assume like this, there is a match between India and Australia. Let us assume like this. Hello? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is this, guys? Live scores. Just 1 minute, guys. Please wait. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, who's this? Hey guys, it's an important call. Okay, see here. If you see the live scores Okay, recent, upcoming, something is there here. If you observe this carefully, this particular site, if you have the free time, please go through this video. This particular site. And let us assume there is a match happening between India and Australia. Let us assume like this. It's a 2020 match. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So India is the first batting, Australia bowling. Let us assume like this. India side, how many players?
11.
So 11 batsmen. Australia side also 11 players only, but 11 players cannot bowl at a time. Yes or no? Out of 11 players, only five players only can bowl, right? Come on, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is bowling squad. And the above one is what? Come on.
Batting.
Batting. India is the first batting. And who are the openers from India? KL Rahul,
Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma. Okay. Bowling side, who is the first bowler? Maybe Stark. Okay. Next, Mitchell Johnson. These are the bowlers. Okay. And one more guy, Jampa, Adam Jampa. Yes or no? These are the bowlers are there. Okay. Tell me, 11 players, 11 batsmen and 5 bowlers. Match is going to start. In the scoreboard, if you see, KL Rahul runs, how much it is showing?
0.
0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Runs are how many? 0. Rohit Sharma also?
0.
0. Good. And coming to bowling side, okay, this is over. O stands for over. R stands for run. Okay. RR stands for run rate. Point clear.
Yes, sir.
Something is there. Okay, fine. So Stark bowled the first ball. Overs what? 0, right?
Yes.
Stark bowls the first ball. And KL Rahul facing the first ball. And he took 2 runs. KL Rahul took 2 runs of the first ball of Mr. Stark. Okay. Come on.
Yes. Yes,
Then
sir.
immediately scoreboard changed as what?
2.
After 2-3 seconds, scoreboard changed as 2. Then Stark value changed as what?
0 point.
Point clear, all of you, this point, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Ritika, all of you?
Yes,
Rajesh?
sir.
Now tell me, if I am going to explain this topic with related to MVC architecture or with respect to MVC architecture, what happens here? This is the page. This is the page. This page contains 11 batsmen and 5 bowlers, total 16 players information. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. 16 players data goes to where? Goes to
Forward.
server. Out of 16 pairs, only 2 players data changed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is whom here?
KL
KL Rahul and Stark. Rest of the batsmen and rest of the bowlers data won't change, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Out of 16, only 2 players data has been changed. But how many players data loaded from client to server? 16 pairs data moving. 16 pairs data moving. 16 pairs data moving. Okay. 16 players data. Moving to where? ClickBus server. And server takes how many data? 16 pairs data. Yes or no? But out of 16 pairs, only 2 records data has been changed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After that, what happens? Tell me. Client receives what? According to MVC architecture, client receives what? Response. In the form of
URL.
URL means entire page is reloaded. Yes or no? Means
Yes, sir.
total 16 place data again coming back from where to where? Server to client. Entire 16 page data coming from server to client. Tell me, actually speak, out of 16 page data, how many place data is going to change here?
2 players.
Only 2. But instead of changing only 2 place data, every time we are loading how many place data here, client to server? 16 place data, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Then automatically what happens? Network traffic is going to increase over the internet, right?
Right, sir.
So instead of passing 16 place data every time from client to server, only this player record loaded into where? Server. Only these 2 players data operation is going to perform the operation on these 2 records. It has been changed as 2 and it is changed as 0.1. Again, only these 2 records loaded into what? Client. Which is better? Every time loading the complete page is better. Loading only 2 records data is better.
Loading to
Only 2. Then automatic network traffic is decreased or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
network traffic is decreased. Then automatically client time and server time both are not wasted, right? Pratika,
Yes.
Rajesh,
Yes, sir.
everyone in the class. It means that instead of loading the complete page, only this record and only the partial page is getting refreshed here. Instead of loading the complete page, only the partial page is going to refresh. Only the partial page is going to reload. That is the advantage of what? Single page application. Point clear? Then automatically network traffic is decreased. Then automatically client time and as well as server time both are not wasting. I hope you understand this example. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Everyone in the class.
Yes, sir.
You can understand this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, according to my explanation, what you understand is, so in MVC, every time the entire page is reloaded or, come on, refresh. It leads to increase the, what is this? Network congestion. Congestion means network traffic. Then again, it leads to increase the client waiting time and server response time. So instead of loading the entire page every time, it loads only the, come on, what is this? Partial page. This is called partial page refreshing. Then automatically it leads to what? Come on, it leads to what? Decrease the network congestion. Then, okay, both client and server time. Okay, not wasting much. Okay, so single page application follows this one, MVC follows this one. Am I clear this part of the explanation? Everyone in the class? Ashok? Alok, Pratika,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rajesh, Prince Kumar, everyone in the class. Preeti, understand, ma?
Yes, sir.
Now Preeti got a doubt. What is Preeti's doubt is, sir, I understand the difference between MVC architecture and single page application. I also understand the drawbacks of MVC architecture and also understand the advantage of single page application. Everything is fine, sir. But I have a small doubt here. As you said, in single page application, on old data, we are performing the operation at the server side and new data gets generated. And you said that in single page application, the new data directly loaded into browser. Yes or no? What is the Preeti's question is, sir, how to accommodate this new data? Whatever new data generated by server and this new data directly loaded into browser as a response. But this particular new data, how to accommodate? How to adjust? This is the Preeti's doubt. Is all of understand Preeti doubt? Preeti, do you understand your doubt?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is Preeti's doubt here? Sir, in single page application, okay, we are getting what? We are getting new data as a response. And this new data directly loaded into the browser. But my question is, how browser can accommodate the new data? That's the question here. How browser can accommodate the new data? Understand, Rajesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. To accommodate the new data, answer is to accommodate the new data. Client means browser. Okay. Split it into two parts. Listen this point very carefully. To accommodate the new data, client split it into how many parts? Two parts. That is client and client server. So to accommodate the new data, we split the client into how many parts? Two parts. Client and client server. Now, client has two things. That is client and what is this? Client server. Now onwards, client has its own what? Server. Generally, server means what? It is all related to database, yes or no? Come on.
Yes, sir.
But here in the single page application, to accommodate the new data, we splitted the client into how many parts? Two parts. Client and client server. So here client also has its own client server. Why client having its own server? Why client has its own client server? The reason is why the client has its own client server. That is, answer is, tell me, we are getting the new data from where? From the server. That new data directly loaded into the client, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Whatever new data we are getting from the server to client, if you want to perform the further operations on the new data, okay, then we need to make use of what? Come on, guys.
Client server.
Client server. That is the reason in the client side, we have two things, client and also client server. Here, client has its own server that is called client server. The purpose of client server is whatever new data we are getting from the server. If you want to perform the further operations on the new data, we are going to make use of what? Client server. My point is clear now? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why client has its own server? Because we are getting the data. We are getting, come on, new data from the server. Which client server? Which server here? Backend server, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We are getting the new data from the server. Okay. If you want to perform further operations, on the new data, if you want to perform the further operations in the new data, we need to use, come on,
Client server.
very good, client server. Is all of you understand the purpose of client server?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this is what happens here. Client plus client server, whatever data we are getting, this new data directly loaded into client server for further operation. Understand, Rajesh?
Yes, sir.
Pratika, understand? Is all of you understand the purpose of client server here? Good.
Yes, sir.
Now the page is not completely refreshed. The web page is only the partially refreshed. Only the part of the data which need to be refreshed. Only that part gets refreshed and all old data remains same. All old players data is remains same. Only KL level data and Stark data will modify. Rest of the players data won't change. That it remains same on the page. Understand everyone in the class? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now in the view side, we have two things. Again, coming back to the view. View, come on, controller. What is the next one here? Model. So view, okay, contains two things. That is client plus client controller. But what is this controller? Now Pritika got it out. Sir, what is the difference between this controller and this controller? This is also controller, but this is called client controller. But what is this? What is this controller? This controller can be called as, come on, what is this?
Server controller.
Very good. Okay, this is model. Observe very carefully, try to understand this point. Okay. Client controller responsibility different. Server controller responsibility is different. Most important point, guys, I will repeat once again, 2 times, listen carefully. Client controller is only meant for to perform the further operations on the new data. Most important point is client server do not have the capability to communicate with what? Backend database model. If you want to communicate with the database, if you want to communicate with the model to perform the operations on the database, we have to use one and only one thing, that is called what? Server controller. That is not possible through what? Client controller. Understand everyone? So client controller cannot able to communicate with the database. Who can able to communicate with the database? Only server controller. Understand? Don't confuse. Understand, Rajesh? Pratika?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now onwards, client server can be called as client controller. Okay, server can be called as what? Server controller. This is called a single page application. So let me write this point. This is very important thing. Client controller It is only meant for to perform the operations on the new data. Yes or no? But client controller don't have the capability to communicate with database. That is what model. So if you want to perform the operations on model, come on guys, what is this? Server control. Everyone understand the point, all of you? If you want to perform the operations on a model, we need to make use of what? Server controller. Server controller is the only controller can able to communicate to the database. This is all about single page application. So the advantage of single page application is no large network traffic because of e-commerce applications, because of number of users requests will increase. Okay. That is why we are using single page application. We are not using what? MVC architecture. So this is the difference between MVC and single page application. I hope all of you understand the difference between single page application and MVC architecture. Am I clear, all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Pritika? Preeti?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. Thank you. So, last almost 1.5 hour class, we just discussed about only 2 points, guys. Only 2 points we discussed, nothing more than this. The point number 1 is, what is MVC and its drawbacks? Yes or no? What is single page application and its, come on, advantages. That's it. Yes or no, Rajesh? Ranjan,
Yes, sir.
Sandeep, Preeti, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Only 2 topics discussed. Only 2 topics discussed. Next. Guys, we can, if you want to download the web page, what do you require? Hello? Guys, if you want to download the web page or web application or web page, because
HTML.
web pages can be called as web application. Web application means collection of web pages. Okay, if you want to download the web page, what do you require?
Sir, HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
Very good. Okay, we need some language, yes or no? Do you know how many types of languages we have? 3 types. Programming languages. Second one, scripting languages. Third one, come on, markup languages. We have 3 types of languages, guys. Programming languages, scripting languages, and markup languages. Programming languages means, give me some examples about programming language. Come on, all of you.
Sir, Java, JavaScript, C.
No, JavaScript is not a programming language. C, C++, Java, Apex.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, ABAP, C#. These are all programming languages. Give me some examples about scripting languages. JavaScript. Come on. VB script. JScript. PHP. ASP. JSP. Perl. Python. Ruby on Rails. These are all the examples of what, guys? Scripting languages. Give me some examples of marker languages. HTML, XML, Visual Force, CSS. Yes or no? These are all the examples of what? Markup languages. Okay. If you want to develop any web page, you should require what? One markup language. Yes or no? Come on, guys. We can develop the web page using markup language. Okay. That web page you can develop by using HTML or by using, Visual Force, or we can develop using another language can be called as Aura. Is anyone here this name Aura? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. It is audible.
Lightning aura.
Look at this, all of you. We are using Aura language. Okay. I'll discuss what is the meaning of Aura. Okay. After Aura, we have LCF language. After LCF, we have something called what? LWC. Understand the point, everyone in the class? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
This many number of ways we can develop the web page, guys. Using HTML, using Visual Force, using Aura, using LCF, using LWC. What does LWC stands for?
Lightning Web Component.
Components. What does LCF stands for? Come on.
No idea. Component framework.
Lightning Component Framework. Understand? Aura is another language. It's a framework kind of thing. Visual Force is also a markup language. HTML is also a markup language. So using all these things, we can develop the, come on, web page. Understand all of you? Guys, can hear me?
Yes, sir.
But what is the difference between all these? The ultimate goal of these languages is what? The ultimate goal of all these languages is to create the web page only. Yes or no?
Web page. Yes, sir.
Ultimate goal of all the above is what? Come on. Is to create
To create the web pages.
web page. Okay. But what is the difference? But what is the difference?
Maybe latest technologies. Sir.
Of course, everything is late. See, I can say Visual Force is the latest of HTML. Aura is the advanced concept of Visual Force. LCF is the advanced concept of Aura. LWC is the advanced concept of LCF. Everything advanced only. But what is the difference? Advanced technology only. What is the difference?
Maybe easy to prepare, sir, to create the website.
No, it's not like this. The ultimate goal of all the above is to create the web page by web page. But what is the difference? This is the question. Answer is web page. Answer is web page behavior. What is this? Web page behavior will vary from one language to, come on, another language. Understand all of you? Web page behavior is going to vary. In case of HTML, in case of Visual Force, okay, the entire page is getting reloaded every time, right, sir? No? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Aura onwards, entire page is not reloaded. Entire page is not reloaded. Entire page is not reloaded. Only the partial page is reloaded. That is why web page behavior will vary from one language to another language. Maybe Pratika got a doubt here. Okay, sir. But what is the difference between all these three? I'll explain a bit later. What is the difference between Aura, why they developed LCF, and what is the advantage of LWC? Okay, please wait. But the difference between all languages is what? Web page behavior is vary from one language to another language. All of you understand? For your better understanding, I'm giving a simple example. And yet at our childhood days, we have TVs. Yes or no? What kind of TVs?
Black and white.
Black and white. Yes or no? Okay. At the particular point of time, do we have TV remote? No TV
No.
remote. Huh? No TV remote concept. Am I correct or not? I'm talking about 1980s matter. 1980s matter. Sir, no. That is 1980s TV, only black and white TVs, no TV remotes. Yes or no? After that, coming to 1990s early. Okay. So, or maybe mid of 1990s or ending stage of 1990s, we have something called LCD TVs are there. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
After LCDs, what is the latest technology? LED. What after LED?
Oh,
LED. Okay. After that, many advanced technologies came into the market. Am I correct or not? Speak out, everyone.
yes, sir.
But everything is a TV only. But what is the difference? The difference between all these technologies is what? Look and feel is different. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Rest of the people speak out. Pratika, Rajesh, Alok,
Yes, sir.
Ranjan,
Yes, sir.
Sandeep, everyone in the class.
Yes, sir.
Everything is a TV only, but the difference between all the technologies is what?
Look
Okay.
and feel.
Look and feel is different. TV to TV, TV to TV, technology to technology, technology to technology. Same way here also. Okay. All these languages purpose is same. What is the purpose of this? All these languages to create what? To
Web
develop
pages.
the web page only. But what is the difference? Web page
Yes, sir.
behavior will vary from one language to another language. Am I clear at this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
I no need to discuss about these two because that is old technology, HTML and Visual Force. Now I'm going to start with what? Aura, then LCF, then LWC. Try to understand, guys, how the technology growing. Okay. We have to understand those technologies. Listen carefully. Try to understand. Let me start with what? The next topic. What is Aura? Is anyone have idea about Aura? Please. Is anyone have the idea about Aura? Come on, guys. I'll explain you. Aura is a company. Okay. And this company having its own, what is this? Come on, framework. Okay. And this framework is open source. What does open source means? What is the meaning of open source? Rajesh?
Free.
Sir, openly available in the market, sir, without any paying the cost. for
Yeah,
that.
we don't need to purchase the license. We don't need to buy the licenses, sir. No. Guys, everyone can open it and use it. Correct or not?
Yes.
Everyone can open
Yes, sir.
and use it. That is called what? Open source. What is framework? I will discuss, okay, a few minutes later. So what is Aura here? Aura is a company and which is having a framework, okay, and this framework is open source so that everyone can use it. Salesforce company, okay, acquires Aura company Okay, Salesforce company acquired many companies, guys, not only Aura. Even MuleSoft company also acquired by Salesforce company. Tableau also acquired by Salesforce company. Understand all of you? Hello.
Yes,
Like
sir.
Salesforce company acquires another company that is Aura company means framework, and Aura company means framework only. Aura framework and added some more tags and rich set of JavaScript libraries and they develop their own framework. Understand the point, all of you? Try to understand the second point. Salesforce company acquiring what? Aura company means Aura framework. Along with this framework, Salesforce developed their own tags, and also they added a set of JavaScript libraries, and they developed their own framework. See, guys, Aura framework plus their own tags plus what is this? Rich set of JavaScript.
Like this.
Combining all these, Salesforce company developed their own framework. Understand the point here? Hello. That is called LCF. Point clear, all of you? So LCF stands for Lightning Component Framework. Lightning Component Framework is the combination of three things. Okay, what is the first one? Aura framework. And Salesforce company developed their own tags. And also they added a set of JavaScript libraries. Okay, comprising of all these three, Salesforce company developed their own framework. That framework can be called as what? LCF. What does LCF stands for?
Lightning Component Framework.
Lightning Component Framework. So this Lightning Component Framework, okay, released in 2016. Understand the point here? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So Aura introduced in 2014. LCF introduced, come on, in 2016.
16.
Is anyone know LWC developed by whom? Again, Salesforce company only.
Yes, sir. In 2018, sir. 18
Yeah.
or 19.
2019. Understand, all of you? Hello. Aura
sir.
2014, LCF 2016, LWC in 2019. Is all of you understand all the 3 points with respect to Aura?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Pratika, Prince Kumar, Preeti, Rajesh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, fine. First of all, tell me, okay, last 5 minutes onwards, I'm using this word framework. What is framework? I hope all of you understand what is the meaning of open source. Tell me, what is framework? Any one of you?
Step-by-step implementation, already it is designed.
Being a layman, I'm asking you, in what way can you able to explain me the exact meaning of framework? Being a layman, I'm not a technical person. Please comment and tell the answer. Explain
Structure of
Design and structure, sir.
design, structure. Can I say in this way? Can I say in
Boilerplate logic, sir, it will remove.
I can say in this way, very easy way. easy to understand. Framework means, it means some group of elements. What is this? Come on. Working together and performs a task. Try to understand, Pratika, Preeti, all of you in the class. Framework means what? Some group of elements working together and performs a task. That is called what? Framework. Okay, for your understanding, I'm giving a simple example. I can say the best example for framework is home theater. Okay, Rajesh?
Yes, sir.
Home theater. You people know about home theater. Home theater contains collection of many things. Yes or no? Tell me what home theater contains. Some group of elements. Yes or no? What are those? TV.
TV, speaker,
Audios. Come on. Speakers. Am I correct or not?
yes, sir.
Come on, guys. Bluetooth. That is also available, na? Combination of all these three, everything can be called as what? One home theater. So I can say home theater as a simple example for what? Framework. Because here also framework is nothing but a group of elements working together to perform a task. Understand? Same way, example is what? Home theater. Understand, Preeti, Pratika, Rajesh?
Yes, sir.
All of you understand what is open source and what is framework now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But actually, single page application, this particular architecture, okay, in fact, it is released in initially in 2014 only. Understand? But it is redefined in 2019. 2000 means R, 2014 means ARA, because ARA supports single page application only. Hello. 2019 means, come on.
Lovely.
So end user point of view, end user cannot distinguish 2014 and 2019, guys. Hello. End user point of view, both are look like same. Point clear, everyone? Can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But a developer point of view, developer can easily distinguish between the 2014. Sandeep. Don't use any symbols. Thank you. Point clear, all of you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. At this particular point of time, how it is growing, how it is changed from 2014 to 2019. So at this particular point of time, I need to discuss about, I need to show some PowerPoint presentation that is called stack transformation. What is this? Stack transformation. It shows, okay, 2014 to 2019, how the technology changing. Understand, everyone? RR to LCF, LCF to LWC. That I'm going to show in stack transformation. Everyone, please look at the screen. Try to understand this. Web stack transformation. Observe this particular PowerPoint presentation. 2014 to 2019. Okay. Hello. If you observe this particular PPT, okay. So here in the web stack 2014, it is look like this. It contains some components like data services, UI components, component model, rendering optimization modules, language extensions. These are the things are there. And coming to this one, it supports ECMA script 5. What is ECMA? ECMA stands for European Computers Manufacturing Association. What is ECMA stands for? European Computer Manufacturing Association. So 2014 Aura supports what? ECMA script 5. It contains events, standards, elements, and rendering. I will discuss what each and every word meaning. Okay, please wait. So this is 2014 stack. But coming to 2019, there is a lot of variations are there here. Okay, number of components are decreased in 2019 here. Look at this. It contains only specialized services, only that is data services and UI components. There is no, rendering optimization, okay, language extensions, nothing is there here. It contains only specialized services, data services, and UI components. Only three here. Specialized service, data services, and UI components. Okay, and it follows 2019 means LWC follows ECMA script 7 version. Aura follows what? Supports ECMA script 5 version. And LWC supports what? ECMA 7 script. Okay, it contains web components, templates, custom elements, shadow DOM. DOM means document object model, modules, ECMA script 7, event standard, element rendering. Okay, there are a lot of variations there. And this framework to here, that Lightning Web Components here, security, LDS. LDS means, is anyone know Lightning?
Design system.
Okay. And here, web standards, web components, templates, custom elements, shadow DOM, modules. Okay, 7 follows ECMA. So this kind of variations we can see between 2014 to 2019. Lightning Web Component. Okay, guys. So according to this particular PPT, what you understand is 2014 supports ECMA script 5 version. And whereas 2019 LWC follows what? ECMA 7. This is the first basic difference between, okay, Aura, LCF and what? LWC. Understand the point here? This is the first difference. Maybe some people got it out. Sir, if you have Aura, if you have LCF, and why we need to go for LWC again? So there are a lot of differences between, okay, LWC and LCF. That point I'm going to discuss maybe after 20 minutes. Understand all of you? But here I need to discuss one important things here. What is this, guys? Everybody please read this. What? Data services. Second one is what? Component model. Next one, templates. Okay, these are the things I'm going to explain now. See here. What is data services? What is UI component? What is component model? What is template? I'm going to explain. As per the, I will share the stack transformation PPT. Don't bother. Once the batch is formed, as per the stack PPT, okay, we have some components like first one is what here? Data services. Second one, UI components. Third one, component model. Fourth one, template. Fifth one, rendering. Sixth one, modules. Seventh one is what? Come on. Language extensions. Let me discuss about all these 7 components. Look at this. Data services, UA components. Okay. Next one is what here? Component model, templates, and rendering. Component, what is this? Templates and rendering here. Templates. Okay, rendering. All these topics I'm going to explain now. Guys, look at this. What is data service here? Is anyone know about integration topic in development part? REST API, SOAP API. Is anyone here the name called web services?
Sir, a little bit idea I'm having, sir, regarding integration.
Do you know about web service, REST API, SOAP API, and bulk API?
So REST API, little bit I am adding.
Yeah, in REST API, we're using some annotations, right? @REST is source,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
get, @HTTP post. Yes or no? These are the annotations we can use in Apex language, right? So here data service means what? Data service means it is all about how to push and how to pull the data from view to model and model to view. Point clear? Hello. View, controller, model. Pushing the data from view to model, pulling the data from model to view. So that is all about what? Data service. Clear all of you this point? What is data service means? Next, UA component. What is UA component? UA component means some text boxes, radio buttons, check boxes. These are all what? UA components, guys. Okay, look at this. HDFC Bank net banking application, let me open. So this is called text box, yes or no? This is called button. This is called label name. Understand everyone? If you click on continue button, okay, you will get some square bracket, square box. This is called check box, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Come on. So all these things can be called as what here? UA component. Text boxes, check boxes, buttons, radio buttons. Okay, drop down list. These are all what? UA components. Understand everyone? Next, component model. Component model means it is a DOM model. What is DOM stands for? DOM stands for document object model. It follows hierarchical model. What is this? Is anyone know about HTML?
Yes, sir.
Okay, some people know about Visualforce also. In HTML, program always starts with HTML tag, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
After HTML,
Yes, sir. Head, sir.
Head,
title.
head,
After
Head, body,
head. After head,
body.
title, sir. Title, sir. Title and body.
title and body. Okay. Guys, tell me, can we shuffle this order?
No, sir.
Can I write body first, HTML next, last?
No,
No.
sir. No, sir.
So we have to follow some hierarchy here. Under HTML head, under head title, under title what? Body like this. Yes or no? This
Yes,
is the
sir.
hierarchy we have to follow. In Visualforce also, you people know about Visualforce. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Apex. What is the first component? Page. Under page,
Wow.
guys.
For
Page block.
page block,
Under page block,
page
Page
block
block
button,
section.
section,
Under page block section,
Page block section.
section item, page block
very
section
good,
item,
very good. Page block section item. This is the hierarchy we have to follow while writing the program in Visual Force. Yes or no? This is the hierarchy follow. We have to write the program in HTML, right? So I can say this is called what? Document object model. Document object model means it follows hierarchical model. Understand the point? Pritika, Preeti, Rajesh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Pritika, are you there?
I'm there, sir.
Follow the class.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Template. What is template here? Template means it is a blueprint kind of thing. Okay. So template, it is a predefined code. Okay. And we can reuse this code whenever we want. Understand the point, all of you? It's a predefined
Yes,
code
sir.
and we can reuse this code whenever we want. That is called what? Template. Next, rendering. What is the meaning of rendering? Rendering means, it is all about how to load the user interface while displaying the page. How to load the front-end page. Or I can say UI page. While, come on, while display. Next, modules. What is modules here? Modules means I can say it's a various the other way around, it contains the libraries, JavaScript libraries. And language extension. Language extension means no, I'm just confusing. Modules contains the JavaScript libraries. It contains the JavaScript libraries. And guys, modules contains, I can say, it supports, various library features. Okay. So these are the 7 important components are there, guys. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But whatever components we discussed from
Yes,
data
sir.
services, components, component model, template, rendering, modules, language, all these shifted to browser in 2019. Hello. Whatever we discussed
Yes.
as of now, all these components, all these above components, okay, all these above things shifted, okay, into browser side in 2019. Okay. Only 3 things are left in the framework. Rest of the things, 7 things are shifted to where? Browser. So we no need to care about all the 7 things. All the 7 things are loaded into where? Shifted into browser. Everything will be taken care of browser only. It's not our responsibility. So as a developer, what is our responsibility is what? We have to focus only on 3 things here. That is available in the framework. What is that? What about those things? Those things are what? Those 3 things are, first one, specialized, okay, services. Second one, LDS. LDS stands for. Is anyone know what is LDS stands for? Lightning Data Services. Third one, UA component. Framework. Understand all of you? Only these three things are available in the framework. Rest of the 7, whatever we discussed, everything loaded or shifted into browser from 2019 onwards. In 2019, everything goes to browser side. Only 3 things are left in the framework, that is specialized services, Lightning Data Services, and UA component framework. So, what is specialized service? What is LDS Lightning Data Service? What is UA component framework? I will discuss in tomorrow class. Guys, can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Because it's not programming, it's theory only.
Yes, sir.
If I'm going to take continuously 3 hours theory class, okay, you're getting boring. I don't want to get bored. Okay, so tomorrow, first half an hour, we will discuss about, what is specialized service, what is LDS, and what is UA component framework. After that, I will discuss about what is browser, what browser can understand. Okay, so, and also we will discuss about the difference between, LWC and LCF. LCF and LWC differences we'll discuss. After that, LWC means LAC. LAC stands for, okay, Lightning Aura components and LWC. The difference between these two, I will discuss in tomorrow class. So tomorrow I will finish this theory points. Okay. First maybe 1.5 hours. After that, I'm going to start the programming. Programming in the sense from, because before LWC, everybody should know about, everybody should have the knowledge on HTML, CSS, okay, basic, and what is this? Advanced JavaScript. Understand all of you? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So these 3 topics, okay, we have to understand, you should know before entering to what is this? LWC. Understand? Rajesh, Pratika, Preeti,
Yes, sir.
Ashok, Prince Kumar, everyone in the class.
Yes, sir.
Rajesh, understand the class?
Yes, sir. Sir, but I don't know about JavaScript and also. I have to learn it.
Everything I'm going to explain. Guys,
Okay, sir.
HTML, I'm going to explain here about 6 hours. Hello.
Okay. Sir.
CSS, I'm going to explain 2 hours.
Okay, sir.
Basic and advanced JavaScript, I'm going to discuss about almost 10 hours. Hello.
Okay, sir.
Don't bother about all these things. Everything I will explain. Almost 15 to 20 hours we are going to spend on what? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
JavaScript. Okay, sir.
Okay. Then only I'm entering into what? LWC. I know you people don't do anything. Like that only I'm going to start the class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Ranjan, understand class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sandeep,
Yes, sir.
Ashok Muparaju, please.
Yes, sir.
Class understand, ma?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you from, Ashok?
Kandukur, Prakasam district.
Oh, do you know Telugu?
Yeah.
Okay. Class అర్థమైంది అశోక్ మీకు?
అర్థమైంది.
వెరీ గుడ్, వెరీ గుడ్. మీరు ఎక్కడ నేర్చుకున్న సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్? వేర్ డిడ్ యు లెర్న్ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్?
ఇక్కడ దుర్గా సాఫ్ట్ నరేష్.
Okay. Who is the trainer?
Ashok.
Ashok is the trainer. Okay. So do you know about all these Visual Force?
I know the
controls of-
up to development. Basic to development I know.
Okay, no problem. Fine. Fine, fine. Thank you. Thank you, Ashok.
Okay.
Understand the class, ma?
Yeah, I am understand.
Okay. Pratika,
తెలుసు సార్ నాకు.
understand?
Mhm.
Okay. Any doubts, please? Sandeep, Alok.
No doubt, sir.
Thank you, guys. So that's all about the today's session. I'll catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow we will discuss about all these topics. After that, I will discuss about what is browser, what browser can understand, what is data, types of data, static data and dynamic data. Okay, and also we will discuss about Lightning Aura components and LWC differences. Okay, all these things we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Hope you enjoyed the session today.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Understand the class, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So that's it, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, same time, 8 to 11, guys.
Yes, sir.